So, San Jose, you've probably heard of it, maybe even flown into its airport on your way to some pristine beach or a volcano shrouded in mist. It's often treated as a stepping stone, a necessary transit point, but like a lot of places people hurry through, if you scratch the surface even just a little, you find something more, something real. Welcome then to our look at San Jose, Costa Rica, a city that's got a pulse, a history, and a few stories to tell if you're willing to listen. In this little journey we're about to embark on, I'm not just going to give you a list. We'll dig into the layers of this place. We'll talk about how it came to be, this bustling hub in the heart of a country famous for its pura vida spirit. We'll look at where you might lay your head, from grand old dames to sleek modern spots, because where you sleep can color your whole damn experience. And of course, we'll wander through some of the spots that make this city tick, the places that give you a taste of its character, its soul. Forget the glossy brochures for a minute. We're going to try and get a feel for the actual San Jose, the grit and the glory, the old bones and the new blood. This isn't just about ticking off sites, it's about understanding a place, even if it's just a little bit better. So grab a coffee, a Costa Rican one naturally, and let's get started. We're diving into the history, the havens, and the highlights of a city that deserves a closer look. You know, most capital cities have these grand origin stories, tales of conquest or divine inspiration. San Jose, or Chepe as the locals affectionately, sometimes dismissively call it, is a bit different. It wasn't always the big cheese in Costa Rica. Back in the day, Cartago wore the crown, the colonial heavyweight. San Jose was more of an afterthought, a sleepy little settlement founded in the 1730s, a place for people looking for fertile land, not necessarily power or prestige. It was agriculture, tobacco mostly, that gave it its first breath, its first reason to exist beyond a dot on a map. It was a slow burn, a gradual awakening. Its rise to prominence wasn't a dramatic, bloody coup, but more a shift in economic and political winds. After Costa Rica unshackled itself from Spain in 1821, there was a bit of a tussle, a civil scuffle, and San Jose, with its burgeoning coffee wealth and liberal ideas, kind of lucked into the top spot by 1823. It became the center not by ancient decree but by a changing reality. This history, this almost reluctant ascent, it shapes the city. It's less about imperial grandeur and more about a pragmatic, hardworking spirit. You feel it in the streets, in the way the city sprawls, a testament to growth spurred by coffee beans and a uniquely Costa Rican desire for peace and progress. Every city has its scars and its triumphs etched into its landscape, and San Jose is no different. The 19th century was its coming-of-age party, fueled by the grano de oro coffee. This black gold didn't just wake up the world, it built this city. It funded the railways, the theaters, the aspirations of a young republic. You see, Costa Rica famously abolished its army in 1948. Think about that. While other nations were pouring money into weapons, Costa Rica was investing in education, in health, in its people. That decision, that profound statement, echoes through the relative tranquility you find here, even amidst the urban hustle. Walk around and you'll bump into these historical markers. The National Theater, a jewel we'll get to later, stands as a testament to that coffee-fueled prosperity and a yearning for European culture. Then there's the Old Atlantic Railway Station, a reminder of the monumental effort to connect the highlands to the coast, a project that brought hardship and change in equal measure. The Yellow House, now the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, has seen countless diplomatic moments. These aren't just old buildings, they're touchstones, places where the story of Costa Rica and San Jose's role in it was written, argued over, and ultimately decided. They whisper of a nation that chose a different path. Alright, let's talk about where you're going to crash. A good hotel, or even a uniquely bad one, can make or break your impression of a place. San Jose isn't short on options, and they run the gamut. You've got your international chains, predictable, reliable, offering a certain kind of polished comfort that some travelers crave, a familiar port in a foreign storm. They often boast the views, the pools, the kind of amenities that look good in a brochure and feel pretty good after a long flight. These are your safe bets, your expense account specials, often clustered in areas that cater to, well, people like you and me who are just passing through or need a solid base. But then, scattered amongst the concrete and the commerce, you find the other kind, the boutique spots, the converted mansions, the places with a bit of history soaked into their walls. These are the hotels that try to offer more than just a bed. They aim for an experience, a taste of local character, maybe a creaky floorboard that tells a story. From grand colonial echoes to chic modern hideaways, the choice really depends on what you're looking for. Are you after seamless efficiency, or are you hoping to find a place with a little more soul, a little more of San Jose's own quiet charm? The city offers both if you know where to look. Now, if you're looking for a place that feels less like a hotel and more like you've stepped into a wealthy coffee baron's private residence from a bygone era, then the Hotel Grano de Oro is probably your speed. This isn't some cookie-cutter high-rise. It's a converted tropical Victorian mansion, tucked away on a relatively quiet street. The name itself, Grain of Gold, harks back to Costa Rica's coffee heritage, and the place exudes that kind of turn-of-the-century elegance. Think dark woods, polished brass, stained glass, and courtyards overflowing with tropical plants, little oases of calm where you can actually hear the birds. It's the kind of place where the service is attentive but not intrusive, where the details matter. The rooms aren't just rooms, they're individually decorated, some with little balconies, others with antique furniture that makes you wonder about its past life. They've got a renowned restaurant too, one that people who aren't even staying at the hotel make a point to visit. It's a splurge, no doubt, but it offers a certain kind of immersion, a feeling of being cocooned in a more gracious time, away from the immediate thrum of the city, even though you're right in the thick of it. It's a classic, and for good reason. If being right in the middle of it all is your jam, if you want to step out your door and be immediately immersed in the city's chaotic ballet, then Hotel President is a name that always comes up. It's perched right on the Avenida Central, the pedestrian boulevard that's the main artery of downtown San Jose. You can't get much more central than this. From here, you're literally steps away from the National Theater, the Gold Museum, the plazas where people gather, rant, sell, and just live their lives. It's a prime piece of real estate, and the hotel leverages that for all it's worth. This place leans more towards the modern, the sleek, the efficient. It's not trying to be a historical artifact itself, but rather a comfortable, contemporary perch from which to observe the city's historical heart. They've got these colorful, sometimes quirky, art installations that give it a bit of personality, a nod to Costa Rican creativity. The rooms are designed for comfort and convenience, often with decent city views, a panorama of rooftops, distant mountains, and the endless movement below. It's a practical choice for those who want to maximize their sightseeing time and minimize travel fuss, a vibrant hub for the urban explorer. Alright, so this one, the Costa Rica Marriott Hotel Hacienda Belén, isn't exactly downtown. It's a bit of a jaunt closer to the airport, set on a former coffee plantation, but it makes the list because it offers a different kind of San Jose experience, one that's more resort-like, more expansive. If you're looking for that colonial hacienda vibe, but with all the bells and whistles of a major international hotel chain, this is where you land. The architecture itself is impressive, designed to evoke those grand old plantation houses with courtyards, arches, and terracotta roofs spread out over acres of manicured grounds. You're trading the immediate urban grit for space, for amenities. We're talking multiple restaurants, pools that look like they belong in a magazine, a golf driving range, maybe even a spa to knead out the knots from your flight. It's the kind of place you could check into and not leave for a few days if you were so inclined, a self-contained world. For some, it's the perfect buffer, a gentle introduction or a luxurious decompression chamber before or after diving into the more intense parts of Costa Rica. It speaks to a certain kind of traveler, one who appreciates comfort and a sense of escape, even when they're technically in a city. You can't talk about San Jose, about its cultural aspirations, its history, without talking about the National Theater. This isn't just a building, it's a statement. Built in the 1890s, funded by a tax on coffee, that golden bean again, it was a declaration to the world and to themselves that Costa Ricans valued art, valued culture, valued beauty. It's a neoclassical gem, dripping with marble, gold leaf and velvet, an almost absurdly opulent confection plopped down in the tropics. Modeled after the Paris Opera House, it was a massive undertaking, a source of immense national pride. Step inside, and you're transported. The Carrara marble, the statues symbolizing dance, music, and fame, the stunning ceiling mural by an Italian artist depicting coffee and banana harvests. It's all designed to awe, and it does. Even if you don't catch a performance, and you really should try just taking a tour, wandering through its lavish foyers, sitting in the cafe, you get a sense of its importance. It's more than just a venue, it's the cultural heart of the nation, a place where Costa Ricans come to celebrate their artistic heritage and dream a little. It's a must-see, not just for its beauty, but for what it represents. Now, for a different kind of treasure, a journey much further back in time, you head to the Museo del Jade. Don't let the name fool you. While the jade collection is world-class, arguably the largest collection of pre-Columbian jade in the Americas, there's a lot more to this place. It's a deep dive into the indigenous cultures that thrived in this land long before Columbus or coffee. The museum itself is a modern, striking building, a stark contrast to the ancient artifacts it houses, and its 5 floors meticulously lay out the story of these early peoples. You wander through exhibits showcasing not just jade, carved with incredible skill into symbolic animals, deities and tools, but also ceramics, goldwork, and stone artifacts. Each piece tells a story of daily life, spiritual beliefs, social structures, and their relationship with the natural world that surrounded them. It's a quiet place, a reflective one. You see how jade, more valuable than gold to these cultures, represented water, fertility, life itself. It's a crucial counter-narrative to the colonial history, a reminder of the deep roots that anchor Costa Rica, roots that are often overshadowed but are profoundly important to understanding the full picture of this place. Every city needs a place to breathe, an escape from the concrete and the car horns. In San Jose, that place is La Sabana Metropolitan Park. This isn't some manicured, overly precious garden, it's a sprawling, democratic green space, the former site of San Jose's International Airport until the 1970s. Now it's where Josefinos, the people of San Jose, come to play, to relax, to connect. On any given weekend, it's alive with families picnicking, kids flying kites, joggers pounding the paths, and impromptu soccer games erupting on its wide lawns. It's a real slice of local life. You've got the National Stadium on one end, a modern arena that hosts big concerts and sporting events, and the Costa Rican Art Museum on the other, housed in the old airport terminal building, which is a neat bit of adaptive reuse. There's a lake where you can rent paddle boats, tree-lined avenues perfect for a stroll, and plenty of space to just lay on the grass and watch the clouds drift over the city. It's a reminder that even in a bustling capital, the pura vida spirit, that connection to nature and simple pleasures, finds a way to flourish. It's essential. If you really want to plug into the messy, vibrant, beating heart of San Jose, you have to go to the Mercado Central. Forget your sterile supermarkets, this is the real deal. A sprawling, labyrinthine-covered market that's been around since 1880, it's a sensory explosion from the moment you step inside. The air is thick with the smell of fresh produce, spices, roasting coffee, sizzling meats, and 1,000 other unidentifiable but intriguing aromas. It's loud, it's crowded, it's a bit chaotic, and it's absolutely fantastic. This is where locals shop, where they eat, where they catch up on gossip. You can find almost anything here. Exotic fruits you've never seen before, mountains of fresh vegetables, butchers expertly carving meat, stalls selling medicinal herbs, cheap souvenirs, leather goods, and flowers. And the food, oh the food. Tucked into little stalls and tiny sodas, local eateries are some of the best, most authentic, and cheapest eats in the city. Try a casado, a traditional plate of rice, beans, plantains, salad, and your choice of meat, or grab a corrieda, a sweet corn pancake. It's not always pretty, it's definitely not quiet, but it's undeniably alive. It's where the city's pulse is strongest. So that's a taste of San Jose, a city that, like a lot of us, is more complex than it first appears. It's got its history, its scars, its moments of beauty, and its everyday grind. It's a place that might not scream for your attention like some other, flashier destinations, but it rewards those who take a moment to look, to listen, to taste. From the echoes of coffee barons in its grand old buildings to the simple joy of a shared meal in the chaos of the central market, there's a human story here, a Costa Rican story that's worth discovering. Thanks for coming along on this little exploration of Chepe. Hopefully we've peeled back a layer or two, shown you a bit more than just the airport departure lounge. Maybe, just maybe, next time you're passing through, you'll consider sticking around for a day or two. There's always more to see, more to understand. But for now, that's our San Jose. Don't forget to hit all those buttons like comment, subscribe, you know the drill. It helps us keep bringing these stories to you from wherever we happen to find ourselves. Until the next journey, the next city, the next meal shared with strangers who might become friends. Keep your eyes open, stay curious. There's a whole world out there, and even the places you think you know can surprise you. See you in the next video, pura vida and all that.